Welcome back to Rising World. I'm the Radio Man 03, and as always, it is so very awesome to have you along. Working on some trim here on the farmhouse. I went with a darker gray, and maybe it wasn't a very good choice because it does blend with the stone pretty well, but I've gotten so far along with it that I'm not going to change it out, and I kind of like how it is. I kind of like how it blends with the house a little bit. And when the sun hits it at different times, we get some lighting out here, you'll be surprised just how much it shows up, and some landscaping and things like that around here. Right now, it's just, it's stone with wood on it, and there's dirt next to it, so it's just not showing up very well, but I think it'll change once we get further along. Most definitely think it'll change. Hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing pretty darn good today. Pretty darn good. I got about an hour for recording, so I thought we'd come in here and work a little bit on the house and see if we can't get some things done on it. I've run into some interesting issues with putting this trim on, especially the side ones here are going uneasy. But these guys right here, these bigger ones, they're the exact same size as the floor beams underneath the wood floor, and I've got the inside kind of taken care of. I'll take you in there and show it to you. I want to get the fireplace kind of worked out. The Momma's kitchen, yeah. So what was happening, and I think from now on what I'm going to do is, before I do any flooring inside, I'm going to get the trim put on the outside of the house, because these beams, especially the bottom one, was grabbing hold of the beams that are under the floor down there. And so it was really difficult. You had to actually start them way over here. Like, see how that disappears into the wall there? It does that all along here because there are beams underneath there. So I would have to start these beams way over here, and then I would hit control and hold them in place and then slide them across all the way into place. But it worked. So they're there and they're in, and they look fantastic, and I'm pretty happy with them. None of them are perfect. Oh, also the roof is on. Your guys' help has been absolutely tremendous. Let me just say a big thank you to all of you who took the time to let me know how to do this. Because, yeah, I was having some serious problems with that. We're going to need a little scaffolding over here, I think, so I can see what I'm doing. Let's do this right here. There we go. And now I can see what I'm doing. Perfect. I've got it worked out now. It is worked out, and I'm quite pleased with how things work. The plus and minus, simply I did not have the number key on. Not the number key. The scroll lock was not on. Scroll lock? No, the number lock. I'm sorry. The number lock was not on, and so therefore the plus and minus were not working, and I was not figuring that out. But it is on now, so I can hit grid, which is pretty sweet, and then I can hit minus, and then get that super small grid, and then I can go plus and get the bigger grid. So got that worked out. Also, the lining two beams up together like this and hitting enter works great. I mean, it snaps them right into place, and they look beautiful. So I've got that one worked out too. So I think all the building mechanics now, I think I'm good to go on, and things should progress quite a bit faster now too. I hope. Oh, God, do I hope. I'm sure some of you hope that too. You're probably watching this going, geez, radio, come on. Figure it out. And you know what I've never noticed is that right down the bottom left-hand corner it says press F1 for help. Ta-da! There's all that stuff right there for you on how to do that. So as long as you got a plank or a beam in your hand, you can pull that up and take a look at it, and it'll give you the directions on what to do. Did we have all these windows taken care of? That's trimmed. I think we do, actually. I'm going to go with a dark gray window, kind of the same color as the roof. The roof, what I did was I put a big beam down the center of it. I thought it looked pretty cool up there, having a great big beam on top of the roof, holding the roof together. And then we've got to still put the ceiling trusses in as well. So we won't do that. I'll do that. That'll be something I do on my own. But as far as the trim goes, most of it's done. We'll put a piece across here and one coming down from the center there, and we'll add a few more pieces throughout the build as well, just to kind of give it that that feel. It looks like I missed one of these guys right here. And oops, wrong way. Let's get that as wide as we want it to be, and we want to plump that up. Is that about right? Oh, a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Just like that. And this one I kind of hit control, and I'm just jumping up, and I hit control again, and no, don't jump around on me now. Looks good right there. Bam. Okay, we're in. Okay, we're in like a Flynn. Control. So there she is. She's coming together, and she's looking much better, and she's looking more like a farmhouse. The roofing, went on much, much easier with the enter. And to be honest with you, the enter wasn't even necessary. I noticed that once I got up next to the other piece, it would just snap the next one right in place. So the roofing went on much easier now. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm feeling a little bit better. Oh, what do we got here? We have a window here that's not even done. I don't like that very much. We're going to need some scaffolding just to see that dang thing. We'll grab all this stuff right here. The fireplace. We want to get the fireplace taken care of. Maybe I should not do that window because we might not need that window because of the fireplace. So let's go ahead and skip that idea real quick. Let's get rid of these beams. And I don't know why I made that many stairs. We'll use them eventually, but I made a ton of stairs. We're going through the resources pretty fast. You can see the stone has now dropped down quite a bit. And so we're going to have to, I'm probably going to have to go out and get some more in order to get the barn done. And the wood, we're still doing pretty good on the wood, despite the waste I've had during the build so far. The fireplace, we want to make this out of something a little different. Let's take a look at our block choices. Oh, looks like we didn't get rid of quite everything yet. There we go. Perfect. Let's take a look at our blocks. Stone bricks. Maybe we go with this one for the fireplace, kind of a stacked stone. I like this one very much. It's quite nice. We're using this for the house right now. That one, I'm not too fond of that one. That's the floor of the smithy, so we don't want to use that. That is a little, this one's a little too tightly packed, I think. I think we'll go with this one right here. Let's max that out. And let's go on inside first and take a look and see what we got going on there and what we'll be able to do and what we won't be able to do. Boom. So let's go on inside and I'll show you what's going on. Here is the inside now. Let me bring you over here. We did our imperfect floor, of course, as we did the last episode. We now have stairs that go to the second floor. We've got a nice big solid beam that holds these guys up and holds the stairs up as well. And then I like this one right here, how this one turned out. How it's kind of got, is there any way I can get an empty hand in my, there we go. I like how this has got, it juts out just a little bit like these beams are going down into it. And then we're going to take the little pieces and decorate these and get the pegs and stuff where they need to be. But here's the second floor. I decided not to cover the entire second floor. We'll do kind of a loft up here, and we'll put just kind of a rusty, not a rusty, but a rustic old railing right here. So the kids' beds will be across here. And then we'll have a little shelf or something and a dresser and things like that up here for the kids. But I decided not to cover the entire top floor. Leave it a little bit open, okay? And the fireplace, of course, is going to go right in here. And we're actually going to probably bring that out a bit more. Let me finish showing you the inside here first of all. We've got the beams going up now and holding up the second floor. They look pretty good, and I've got my angles in here to kind of, you know, the trusses to hold up that weight from the second floor onto the walls of the side of the house. So I think it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think next build, though, what I'll do is I will swap these out for possibly a different color. The thing is, let's go outside for just a second. The thing that I'm hoping that will come along here in the future, and granted, the game is pre-alpha, so it's you know, it's in the process here. But if we look in here, there's not a whole lot of rustic wood choices. There's that one, this one, and this one. I feel are the most rustic, and even this one right here is pretty good. It's pretty darn good, I think. Not too bad. But the rest of these, even that one, maybe you could get away with. It's pretty smooth wood. That's pretty smooth looking. But then you get back in here, and you know, there's I'd say maybe half of them are not rustic. Like this one here, this looks like particle board to me that's been glued together. So I don't like the way that one looks. This one looks like cheap furniture. And so I've just got to remember to tell myself to make sure I mix that stuff up a little bit and, you know, try out different things. And so that's what I will be doing in the future. We'll have each of these homes have got to look a little bit different from each other, I think. You know, I think they do. Let's see here. Let's get the stone here. Okay, the fireplace, and it's going to be more of a, I think, more of a stove type feel to it than it is a fireplace. And we're going to have to come out one more. Let's see here. Let's bring it up a little bit. What I wanted to do, I want the campfire to be up at this height right here. Is that going to be too tall though? Thing is I want the campfire up here. I want it so that when we walk up here, the campfire's right here with a grate over the top of it. It's not too far down. Maybe that is going to be pretty good right there. Let's get a campfire and put it in there. And we can't make the metal grate right now because I don't have any iron over here with me, but we can always run over to the blacksmith real fast and take a look at that. Oh, I didn't have to run all the way over here. I could just go right in here. Fireplace. What do I need? A piece of log, huh? Okay, fireplace, craft. And then let's put that back. Alright, beautiful. Looks like the sun is going down. I love the sunset through the spruce trees. It looks really awesome. Really, really awesome. I think we can get this fireplace installed though real quick. This little campfire. Okay, if we have that right here, let's bring it over just a little bit and give it a little bit of space all the way around it. I think we'll be able to put a grill over that, and then the person cooking can stand here and actually cook. Do you know what I mean? See, the reason I didn't want to do the window yet, and I probably should have skipped some of this too, this is going to wind up, this truss is going to go right into the fireplace right here. Which is fine. That makes for a pretty nice fireplace, doesn't it? Yeah, let's do that. We're going to need a sledgehammer too. And we're going to have to run over to the smithy to get the grate. And 3. There we go. Beautiful. As always, I want to thank you for your support on the series and the channel. You guys are fantastic. Loving it. We're going to come out one more on each side of this. And then our stack is actually going to go out here, so we need to come out one more. Like so. Like that. And then we're going to go up with it. Let's take a sleep real quick so it's not dark. I know it's hard to see. And when you're doing YouTube videos and you post something and you're running around in the dark doing stuff, it's really difficult to see. Let's take a quick snooze. All right, let's get another... Do we have enough stone on us to do this? We do. Okay, so max... Oh, that's only 6, huh? All right, let's get another stack of stone here. We got a small stack of it. There we go. And boom. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, that second story window there is just not even needed, so I'm glad we didn't bother to trim it out. That would have been a waste of material. Let's close this in. We could decorate the fireplace a little bit more here. The cooking area once we get it all kind of installed. And you know me, I like to have it looking like a real fireplace, so we want to do that. Let's run back. We're going to take a little run. Yeah, we're running now. We're going to take a little run back to the blacksmithy to get a cooking grill. Great. I want a couple of those to put in there. I'm hoping 2 will fit. And then we'll have no problems at all for the cooking area, and the fireplace will be installed. It's kind of a big chunk, so keep that in mind if you're just starting out too on Rising World, that it's better to trim out the windows than it is to put those cross support beams on the floor, because they do they do get a little crazy. I know I've got metal in here somewhere. There it is, right there. Bingo. Okay, and is it in here? No, it's not. I believe it is in the workbench. Miscellaneous cooking grill. There it is. 8 iron rod and 1 iron plate. Oh, okay. Well, we've got the iron plate over here, so that's perfect. Oh, it's in here, I think. It was right where we were, right? Number 2. Yeah, there's a plate. And then we needed 8 iron rods, it said. And iron rod. We need 8 of those. Oh, you need to make iron plates first. Okay, so iron plates. Let's make 8 of those. And then we can make 8 iron rods. We can max... Nope, we don't want all of them. There we go. Back over to here, and we can craft that. And we need 1 more iron plate. I want 2 of those. Beautiful. We'll just put this stuff right in here. No, let's put it away. Let's put it away. Well, you get quite a few of those rods. Okay, I didn't even notice that. That's always been one of my biggest problems, is I don't pay attention to when I'm crafting stuff, just how many it gives me. So I wind up with a whole bunch of extra. Usually I like to make just as much as I need. But, you know, whatever. We'll use it. We're building an entire village, for Pete's sake. We're bound to use it. Watch out for the moose. I love this forest. Ooh, what do we got here? That's potato. Next episode, we will go do some exploring. We're going to head out in a direction. Don't know which direction to go, but we will. Hey, somebody was watching one of the first episodes we did here and was letting me know that the snow biome has been around for a long time. And I think that's amazing that Variety and I, with all the exploration we did not ever bump into one. I thought it was something brand new. So, obviously, it's not. If I go grid, what is that? Well, that's okay. Can I turn that? Can I turn it? Looks like that's the only place it'll go, right there. That's not too shabby, though. That's not bad at all. Why won't it... What's going on here? Look at that, it won't let me place this other grill anywhere. I guess it's got to be over the top of a campfire, huh? You can't do multiples. Okay, alright. Fine. Something like that right there. And then what we can do is we can put a little something back here along this little edge. And then, of course, the smoke gets pulled out through the chimney here. And let's go ahead and get rid of these blocks right here to give us a little better representation of it being a fireplace with ventilation. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, now you can stand here and cook, work your fire and everything else. You've got a little extra space over on this side. Can we actually get a block to squeeze in here? We can. You know what? Come with me. Come with me, please. I had a thought about this. Let's see if it works. Do I have stone on me? I do not. Let's grab this right here. Let's get these out of here. And let's go to the block bench. And I think what I want to do is I want to add... Give me one of those. Yeah, give me one of those. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, okay, it's on number 5. Okay, beautiful. I think what I want to do is have like a little spot where you could, you know, if you don't want to cook something super fast right over the flame, what you would do is you would set it right next to the flame, right here. You know, and then you'd have a little extra space that you could cook from. I know when we go camping, we have a campfire, but then we dig a little trench out so we can pull hot coals out into a different little pocket area, and we can cook food off to the side, and it doesn't get quite so hot. So, okay, this, of course, needs to be decored. We've got this now actually going into the fireplace, which is fantastic. Let's go upstairs real fast. Inventory. Let's get these guys in here. We'll save that. We want to take that actually back to our smithy and put that away. Let's see here. We've got this going on right here. Like that, right? And we're out of those blocks again. Dang it! Actually, we don't even have to worry about having the chimney showing inside the house since we made it a little bit larger for cooking purposes. Mm-hmm. Perfect. What are we looking for? We are looking for these guys right here. Let's get a bunch of those made up. Bingo. All right. These are really nice blocks. These also make really great trim for walkways and stuff. I love these blocks. This one here has really got a nice look to it. Up we go on the roof. See the big beam up here now? I like it. Oh, that's the wrong block. Dang it. Come on now. Have to find the inside spot for that one. Perfect. Maybe one more. That goes all the way through. Is this one going all the way in? It is not. So we're going to need to figure out how to get that one to go in there and do what it's supposed to do. Let's see if we can get some more of those real quick. And then let's make a few of these guys. Are another one of my favorites. I love those little wedges. And we'll see if we can fix the chimney up from the inside, wherever that one block went. We know it went to the wrong spot. Can I get this to go underneath here? You know, I don't think there's a block for it to attach to. Wow, I have no idea what's going on down there. I'm just slapping blocks in like crazy. All right, there we go. And let's see. You guys work on big things like this? Have you built like an entire village and stuff like that, a city? You know, creative mode is one thing, but man, I think when you're doing it survival, it's bound to take a lot longer to do. There we go, like that, right down into there. Like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's really good. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna need a few more of those as well. What was going on in here? You know what? I bet if I take these out of here, I can get that one to go in place. I hope. There may not be a block down there for it to see, and that's why it's not doing it. I don't know. We need a few more of these anyways. Let's go get them. There we go. A few more of these guys as well. And let's see just what do we have going on out here that I'm stacking blocks on. They must be going into the fireplace. That's all I can think of, huh? Let's get in here and see what's going on. There we go. All these blocks need to be coming out of here, don't they? They're the wrong block. I know they don't show, you don't see them, but it'll bother me. It'll bother me knowing that these wrong blocks are in here. So let's get them out of here. Perfect. We may have to open the ceiling up. Yeah, I don't know where those blocks are going. That's just crazy. That is nuts. I wonder where they're going. Got a little bit of framing here. Supports. I think I could chop that out of here. That shouldn't cause any damage at all. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to have to take some of that roofing off and see just what's going on there. Let me do that, okay? I'll do that and I'll be right back when I get this kind of ironed out, because it looks like, oops, looks like I've got a bit of a mistake up there that I'm going to have to fix in order to get this chimney put in correctly. Alright, chimney fixed. Now I'm just coming back and fixing the roof that we had to mess up because of the chimney. So we'll stick that in there, and it's much wider than it has to be. I'm hoping it'll snap in here just fine. Okay, there we go. Like so, and control. And that looks good to me. Bam, there we go. Control off, and we've got that fixed up. All right, beautiful. Now the chimney comes through, and we go straight down, and you can see that that's where the fire pit is, just in front of that block. So, of course, we've got the flue here to pull the smoke out of the house. Perfect. And the chimney, I think, is probably tall enough. I've been adding the corner pieces around. I thought we'd go down below and take a look at it and see how it looks from outside here. And I've got a few more of these left. I've got 2 left. That's it. We're going to need a few more of those. Let's get those real fast. There we go. We're going to just spam a bunch of those in, and we're good to go. Yeah, there we go. All right, beautiful. And we're going to bring these all the way down here, like so. Like that. Do I have any of the other blocks on me? I do. I've got 15 more of these. So let's give the fireplace a little bit more oomph down here. We'll bring it down just a little bit. So it's a sizable house. We might as well do that. And we don't want 2 there. That was a misplaced block. Wow. Back again. And then we're going to take a look at one of the windows too. I'm really curious to see what the windows are going to look like, the dark ones. Piece by piece, you know? I take it pretty slow. I don't like making a whole lot of mistakes. I wind up doing it anyways, but I like to take it a little bit slower than probably most people do. Did we actually come down from there? We did. Okay, so this goes here, here, and here, and let's see. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to come back with these guys right here. Like so. Oh my gosh, do I have enough to finish this up? Like that. Just a few more of those, and then this fireplace is installed, and we are good to go. I think we needed a few more of the regular blocks too, didn't we? Am I out of stone again? Oh my gosh. We're burning through it. We're burning through the stone. You know, these first few projects are actually giving me a pretty good idea as to just how much I'm going to need. Like, I thought I had enough to do this and the barn, but it's obvious that I do not. I'm going to have to do some digging today, or this weekend for here. We actually need to come down one more here. From that angle block all the way down, like so. And then what do we have? We've got, looks like 2 in front of it. Is it just the two, or do we go up one more? Looks like we're good right there. Snap that into place. And then let's put one up here, but let's turn it that way. Just to kind of finish that off a little bit so we don't have too many square edges. It's kind of funny, you get back in the trees and you can't, it won't let you move things around. And let's do one here, here, and there. Bam, just enough. Yeah, that looks good, huh? I like that. I like that rock a lot. Look at it. It looks like stacked stone, doesn't it? It looks really good. I like that. Okay, so there's our fireplace. The fire pit is in for the cooking to be done. Yeah, I like that. That works out really great. Okay, perfect. We got a little area for some side food. We've got area all along here that food can be set on. And a nice big grand chimney. We'll have to add a little something across here. Yeah, that's gonna look really good. I like it. I like the way it looks. Matter of fact, since we're talking about that, let's do that. Let's get a little bit of a mantle thing going on here. Let's use the we'll use the dark. There we go. Water. Do I have food on me? I do. I've got 3 apples on me. Let's eat those up. And here we go. Let's stretch that out. Let's go ahead and do the grid. Let's take a look at that and see. Is that big enough? Is that a big enough beam? Maybe a little bit bigger, like that. Let's spin this. Like so, and then let's shrink it back down. There we go. Let's get rid of the grid. Let's shrink this guy down. Hit control and take a look at it. Okay, it's not coming through the top. We're going to do one there. And we are going to do one. No grid. We're going to eyeball this thing. Oops. Just almost halfway there, but not quite. There we go, like so. There we go, that's better. Now you can hang your cooking tools and stuff up there. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. Got the window to look out back here because the farmland is going to be right here. All the crops will be right here. Again, the barn's going to be on the other side there, so that should work out great. So yeah, there we got a nice little cooking area there inside. Awesome. We'll take another sleep here. Yeah, I want to go exploring on Friday's episode because we need wool. So I thought we'd go out and find some sheep and shear some sheep and stuff like that. We've got the 2 we know that are nearby here if they're still here, and then we want to, of course, you know, get the wool. So that's the goal there. Wood windows. I went with the dark ones as well, just like the wood we were using just now. I wonder if I should use something a little bit lighter, though. With as gray as the window is, I think the dark... Actually, you know, I really think this dark one is going to set off pretty good in there. Let's just do that. We're going to make up a bunch of those. And let's see about this. Get back in a little bit. And I think I want these to be right up here on the windowsill. That way they've got a place to set things on the inside. If you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Right about there. Looks good to me. Yeah, I can't do it because the tree is there. That tree will get you every time. And then those beams, I tell you, man, these beams in the floor really make it difficult for me to do what I want to do. You see how it's acting? Oh, crazy. It's trying to attach to the beam that's down here. It's seeing that, but it's not seeing this. Come on now. Control. I don't know if I'm right up against that or not. It looks pretty good to me, so I'm going to go with it. And let's see if we can get it to snap in here as well. And just nice and easy. Come on now. Oh, man. Oh, let's go with maybe a smaller grid. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, one more. Just snap one more forward. One more forward. Come on now. No, 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 no. No, come on. You can do it. You can do it. If I hit control, turn off that grid. Can I move this? I can move it forward. Beautiful. All right, that's going to work out great. Bam, like so. All right, perfect. And we've got one over here. And again with the control, and we'll slide that forward. Looks good to me. And upstairs we've got some of these, I'm sure. Yeah, we've got windows upstairs, of course. Why wouldn't you? Control and slide forward. That's the nice thing is there. Once you get the right size, you can just run around and snap them all into place. It really works out so smooth. And again, thank you so much for your help with the building instructions. Absolutely perfect. Just what I needed. Didn't take me too long to get it. We've got a hole up here, don't we? In the fireplace. And we need one more. This one's going to be the tough one to see. And control and slide it on in there like that. Awesome. And what kind of a mess have we got here? Holy crap. Okay. Obviously, we need to hide that. So here we're going to have to go... we're going to want to use the fireplace blocks on here. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to use the fireplace blocks on there. We've got to fix that. That looks awful. Just looks awful. How many more of these windows do I have? One, huh? Okay, well I've got several more windows to put in. Let's craft a few more of those, and we need a few more of these guys right here, and we should be good to go. Windows. That's what we're looking for, is windows. Did I get all the two wide windows here? I think I did. I think all we've got left for windows is these little ones on the side here. Yeah, we're going to want to shrink these down. And control and slide forward. Like so. And then we want one right over here. Control and slide forward. Boing. Perfect. I think those windows are going to stand out a little bit better outside is what's going to happen. Inventory, we want to swap these guys out, and... I think like this. Like that, we're okay. Is that right? Yeah, we're okay there with that. Okay, perfect. We need more of them. Sorry, I know, back and forth, but I hate having a bunch of this stone lying around just doing nothing. I'd rather make a little bit at a time and have enough for what we need than having to, just having stacks upon stacks of it sitting around not doing anything at all. Because then what I wind up doing is making a bunch more, is what I wind up doing. And like so. And that's going to help heat the upstairs area quite nicely. So how many more do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. 10 or more. And then that will wrap it up. We will be good to move on to something different. See what I mean? You just, I guess it's just me, baby. I just don't rush through stuff. I really like to make it look as good as possible. I don't like to settle too much, you know. Every now and again I'll settle on something, but for the most part I like to make sure it's looking really good. Perfect. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, that's good. We got the beds along here. Yeah, like 4 beds, 3-4 beds. Awesome. Yeah, and then a railing along here too we have to build. So, yeah, still lots to do on the house. I thought for sure it wouldn't take very long, but you know what? The next house won't, and the house after that won't, and so on and so forth. Because now, once you, as I've said before, as you get the building mechanics kind of figured out, things don't take quite so long. We need a bunch of this trim stuff all over the place too, all over the sides and stuff. You can just put it pretty much anywhere you want to. It'll add a lot of flavor to the building, and then we've got to bring the landscape up around it as well. We need an outhouse here. We need a well here, and I want to put a little like a utility shed right here, made out of wood, planks and beams, right along the side of the house right here is what I want there. So that should be good, I think. It'll look really good, I think. Yeah, the dark windows I think were a good choice to go with. Definitely. Fireplace looks nice. We've got that all kind of beefed up and looking pretty solid now. Here we've got a wall with 4 windows on it, and so as you can see, we'll have like a line of trim that'll come all the way down through here, and then maybe one that goes all the way through the middle here, and so on and so forth. So it's really going to trim it out and it'll look even better, and then we'll add more, like I said, landscaping and stuff to the house, and it should look much, much better. Yeah, it's every piece we put on it, it adds something to it. I also need to get the overhangs. I need to get some beams up in there. Maybe not. We may not need anything up there. It looks pretty solid to me right now. Looks pretty good. But there you go, guys. A little more work on the farmhouse. We have the inside. I would say the inside's just about done, other than the rail and the decoration. And I guess we got to get the trusses put in as well, and then we'll have to have a cross ones also to kind of hold up that big roof up there. But yeah, it's coming along really nice, I think. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, okay, guys. That's all I got time for today. We've been on for an hour, believe it or not. So I'd appreciate it if you enjoyed the episode, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03, and I want you to have an awesome, fantastic, and superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time.